from your trusted local news source with your first alert forecast. KCRG TV9 News at 10 starts now.
New tonight, in a major reversal, President Joe Biden has pardoned his son Hunter Biden, who was convicted on federal gun and tax-related charges. He was set to be sentenced later this month. ABC's Allison Kozik breaks down this decision.
President Biden pardoning his son, Hunter, on federal gun and tax charges. The younger Biden was convicted over the summer on gun charges and agreed in September to plead guilty to 9 tax-related charges, including 3 felonies, on the eve of what was expected to be a lengthy and grueling trial. He was due to be sentenced in both cases later this month. The president had long said he would not pardon his son, expressing faith in the justice system and the rule of law, telling ABC's David Muir in an interview in June.
Will you accept the jury's outcome, their verdict, no matter what it is?
Yes.
And have you ruled out a pardon for your son?
Yes.
When asked about the president's intentions to pardon Hunter shortly after the election, White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre had this to say.
We've been asked that question multiple times. Our answer stands, which is no.
Hunter Biden releasing a statement saying he takes responsibility for his mistakes, adding he will never take what he's been given for granted. Meantime, President-elect Trump criticizing the decision. His spokesperson, Stephen Chung, telling ABC News the DOJ has weaponized the justice system and that Trump will fix it upon his return to the White House. Allison Kozik, ABC News, New York.
This weekend, President-elect Donald Trump is continuing to fill out his administration, choosing family members to head 2 key posts. Tonight, Trump announced billionaire Massad Boulos as his senior advisor on Arab and Middle Eastern affairs. Boulos is the father-in-law of Trump's daughter, Tiffany. On Saturday, Trump said he would nominate real estate developer Charles Kushner to serve as the next U.S. ambassador to France. Kushner is the father of Jared Kushner, who is married to Trump's daughter, Ivanka. Tonight, as millions of people continue to make their way home after Thanksgiving, winter weather is complicating travel. Lake effect snow along the Great Lakes has at least 5 states under winter alerts. Officials say the heavy snow is making travel nearly impossible in some areas in the region. The governors of Pennsylvania and New York have declared state of emergencies. Erie County getting hit especially hard.
And this is measured, unfortunately, in feet and not inches during this event. So I would just echo that. Stay home, stay home, stay home.
Parts of Pennsylvania, Ohio, and New York are expecting snow totals as high as 6 feet in the coming days. Not that much snow around here, but it has been a very chilly weekend. We'll check in with meteorologist AJ Rickman.
It has been a very chilly weekend, and we do have a few flurries in our forecast. Of course, it's absolutely nothing compared to what folks in the Great Lakes region are dealing with that lake effect. But as we have a look outside right now, we're not dealing with any snow across eastern Iowa, but it is certainly cold. Temperatures are already 12 degrees in Cedar Rapids, and that's your actual air temperature. What it really feels like when you factor the wind in, 4 degrees in Cedar Rapids, 4 degrees in Dubuque and Marion. Iowa City and Waterloo are warmer, relatively speaking, at 15 and 16 degrees, with both their wind chill and their actual temperature. Your wind chill is going to drop into the single digits as we go through the night tonight. If they're already in the single digits, that's where they're going to stay until we get to your morning and late morning to early afternoon hours for your day on Monday. Now, we're not dealing with any heavy snow like I mentioned, but if you'll look at our live satellite and radar, we do have some snow that is off to our west here. It's right along here. We also have some cloud cover working its way into some of our far western counties. But as we go through the night tonight, we'll continue to watch this area of snow work its way in from the northwest, and it will bring us a chance for some flurries and a few snow showers for your day tomorrow. We'll have all the details on that coming up.
Some people in Iowa City are pushing to change the way the city chooses a mayor. That's because right now, the position of mayor doesn't ever make it onto a ballot. KCRG TV9's Molly Swain joins us live in the studio to explain. Molly, what does that process look like right now?
Unlike many cities, people in Iowa City don't elect their mayor. City council members choose from amongst themselves. Some people think that should change.
People call it a weak mayor. I call it a strong council.
John Balmer is talking about a quirk of Iowa City politics.
Some people think that it would be better to be direct elected like Cedar Rapids does, for instance. But we've always been unique here.
In Iowa City, citizens don't elect the mayor. City council members fill the position by choosing one of their own to do the job. But every 10 years, that process is up for discussion.
There was a majority of 6-3 that favored maintaining what we have, which I was fully in favor of doing that.
Balmer is a former Iowa City mayor who is now on the Charter Review Commission. Every decade, that group looks over what is basically the city's constitution and recommends any suggested changes to city council.
Each of our meetings, there are public meetings, and the last few nobody has attended.
At least according to meeting attendance, people in Iowa City seem to be okay with the status quo. But Balmer said he also sees that lack of engagement across the board.
It would be nice if more people were engaged. Our concern also is the lack of participation in council elections.
His fellow commissioner, Jennifer Patel, sees the same lack of engagement, but she thinks directly electing the mayor could be part of the solution.
Having a bigger say in the mayor might get people more engaged.
Balmer understands that line of thinking. But in his eyes, people should be engaged with the process the city already has in place.
The thing I feel about the mayor is that you are, in essence, voting for a potential mayor.
In the last discussion, the commission was split 6-3 on this issue, with the majority wanting the current process to stay in place. Their final meeting is this month, and they won't be recommending any big changes to city council. So people unhappy with the process will likely have to wait at least another 10 years for any change. In the studio, Molly Swain, KCRG TV9 News.
A Waterloo City Council member is facing charges for theft after police say she attempted to steal from a Des Moines Walmart. A criminal complaint says on Friday, 31-year-old Nia Wilder attempted to leave the store with about $420 worth of merchandise. A worker stopped her, and officials say Wilder admitted to committing theft. Wilder is now facing charges of 4th-degree theft. She was elected as a council member to Ward 3 in 2022. TV9 has reached out to the city of Waterloo. We have not heard back. Waterloo police say 2 people are hurt after a neighborhood shooting this afternoon. Police responded to a report of a person shot at the 200 block of Lafayette Street just before 2:30 p.m. Officers learned a second victim went to the hospital in a private vehicle. An investigation is underway. They're asking anyone with information to contact the Waterloo Police Detective Division. The Buchanan County Sheriff's Office says it arrested a Wisconsin murder suspect during a traffic stop. Deputies say they stopped a car late Friday night for speeding in the city of Brandon. One of the passengers, 18-year-old Christian Martin of Milwaukee, was wanted for 1st-degree murder in a shooting that killed a 15-year-old boy in October. Officials say he is now in custody and may face drug charges related to that traffic stop. We want to remind you that when you see or know of news happening, after alerting authorities, give us a call on Newsline 9. That number is on your screen, 319-365-9999. You can also send us news tips, pictures, and videos to newsroom@kcrg.com. Cedars Edge Evergreen Market is now open for the season. KCRG TV9's Lacey Reeves was at the Christmas tree farm in Ely today and talked to the owner about how the business is doing this season.
According to Statista, a data gathering platform, 72% of Americans will put up a Christmas tree this year. Of those, 46% will be like this, an artificial tree. But 26% will buy a real tree. Many people go to find real trees at Christmas tree farms, like Cedars Edge Evergreen Market in Ely.
It's real pleasing. You don't do a Christmas tree farm like this for the money. It's for the experience you give the people, and it gives them something to look forward to. Owner Mark Banowitz and his family started the business 8 years ago, selling mostly pre-cut trees while their seedlings grew and matured. This year, for the first time, they have 300 mature trees that people can come cut down for themselves.
We came out to the tree farm to bring our daughter. She just turned 4 and she wanted to cut down a tree.
Giving families like the Smiths a chance to make a special holiday memory.
We like to go out and just kind of have the experience of cutting down the tree, but then we also really like the way it smells in the house, and then we also get to teach her how to care for the tree as well.
In just a few days, Cedars Edge has sold dozens of Christmas trees.
We don't open till 9. We had people starting to line up at 7:45. And then as far as we could see up the road, the cars were lined up all the way up the road waiting to get in.
And Banowitz says he's seen more and more people making the move to put a real Christmas tree in their homes.
We're seeing a lot of the younger folks in their 20s and 30s that grew up with artificial trees that said, we're going to go out and get a real one.
As they work to provide families with both a Christmas tree and a fun experience. In Ely, Lacey Reeves, KCRG TV9 News.
Thank you, Lacey. Coming up in tonight's Show You Care Spotlight, an Eastern Iowa FFA chapter collected donations to put together Thanksgiving meals for their fellow students.
And we are watching the chance for some snow flurries in your first alert forecast. We're also looking at a very windy day on Wednesday. Coming up, we'll have a look on what that means, how it'll affect your temperatures. And we'll have the rest of your forecast as well. Stay with your trusted local news and weather source, KCRG TV9.
Your trusted local news source with Becky Phelps, meteorologist AJ Rickman, and Chelsea Brown with sports. You're watching KCRG TV9 News at 10. The earliest alerts, customized for you. Download the free KCRG TV9 weather app, your essential winter survival tool.